Hi, Cancer. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to your reading. We're going to see what you need to know right now, what's coming towards you for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. And let's get into your reading. Let's see what is happening for my beautiful Cancerians. What's going on for Cancer? Change with shadow self coming out. What's going on for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. We have gamble with secret. Oh, not secret. Say less. Say less. At the bottom, we have rock bottom. Okay. With freedom and good news. Okay. Big turnaround of events, Cancer. You're going through massive changes, massive releasing, letting go. There's this shadow self making an appearance, making a date with your shadow self, getting to know your shadow. Your shadow is changing. The shapes of your shadow are changing, as you're evolving, as you're healing. So is your shadow self. You're not afraid of your shadow. You're not afraid of the darkness. There's something that you're finally confronting. And at first, you know, there could be something about a risk here with gamble. You might be feeling like you're just rolling the dice, see where it falls, see what it lands on. You may feel like something is out of your hands, out of control. Shadow self with gamble. It's kind of like unpredictable energy. There's something here that feels a little chaotic, a little bit chaotic. Gamble with say less. There's some part of you that, because of saying less or staying silent or withdrawing your energy, might feel unfamiliar, and that's a gamble, and you're wanting to speak or you're wanting to fill the silence, and you're having to sit with this different shadow self, right? Because your shadow self has changed. You've changed, your shadow has changed. As your light has changed, so has your darkness. And it's almost like saying less says more. You can say a whole lot with very few words, if any at all. I don't know what this reading is going to be about, y'all, but this is some interesting stuff. So some of you hit rock bottom. Feeling bottom of the barrel. Maybe really challenging time in your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, however that might resonate. But this, could you believe it if I told you that this moment, this rock bottom moment, actually leads you to your freedom? It's like there's nothing holding you back. There's nothing keeping you here. There's nothing keeping you stuck. You get to start over. You get to refresh, wipe the slate clean, blank slate. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have some sort of good news coming in, and this is going to completely rock your world, literally from rock bottom to freedom and good news. This is a significant shift taking place. You thought, oh my God, my life is over. This is the end. No, babe, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Do you even realize? I think your mind is just going haywire, right? Notice these these dice are his head. Your mind's going haywire. That's just your shadow self trying to pull you back in. That's just your shadow self trying to get you to remain the same, to resist this change, to resist the unknown and stay put with what's familiar. You are having to tell your mind, shh, say less. Your mind is trying to give you reasons why you shouldn't, why you can't, why this is a bad idea, why you need to avoid this at all costs, or why you should stay the same, or, you know, the big bad lion. There's this little cat, there's this lion. It's like, why you should be afraid. It's like, no, That's just your shadow self trying to keep you the same, trying to pull you back into the old version, the old identity. That's all that is. You got some sort of news coming in, and oh my gosh, it sets you free. It is your gateway out. And you are walking through that gate. That's for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see what's going on here with the tarot. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement. Show me clearly. What do my Cancerians need to know right now? Oh, Seven of Pentacles flipping itself out in the reverse. There might be something here you're questioning. All right, we have the Six of Swords is at the bottom. So you might be questioning this path that you're on, or questioning this change that you're about to make, or a decision you made recently. There's a hesitation, or there's a question of, did I make the right choice? Is this the right path? Is this the right, am I doing the right thing? Judgment's underneath that. And the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands. It's pretty heavy, pretty emotional stuff that I see you're working through. Getting over a challenging period of your life where there could have been some sort of loss, some sort of ending, a disappointment. And so now you're questioning, like, what's next? Where do I go from here? Who am I? King of Pentacles. It's nice, stable, grounded. Somebody who is very secure and well off. They are trusting themselves, trusting what they've built. So you're not really, you got a lot of good support here. Ten of Cups at the bottom. You have a lot of good support. So when you're finding yourself in the Seven of Pentacles reverse, where you're either getting impatient, you're questioning your direction, you're questioning choices you made. Am I on the right path? Did I make the right call? You have so much support around you, reminding you of who you are, what you deserve. You have really amazing people here. And if you don't, that's a big thing here that is being highlighted, that you are at a crossroad with, you know, making some sort of change with who you surround yourself with and who brings stability into your life versus who destabilizes. Let's see here. King of Pentacles likes the familiar. He likes that security. And so this could just be a bit of a foundational shift. Or maybe you're going through a change in your career. Like, you're questioning, is this something I want to continue doing for the rest of my life or for the next year, 6 months? Ten of Swords. Or is it time to end? Is it time to call it quits? Is it time to end this? King of Swords. This is a time where you're having to be logical, analytical, and, well, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. I'm seeing it's a battle between the mind versus the heart. Yeah. Should I stay? Should I go? Emotions feeling one way, logically feeling another way. You know, King of Swords, though, he is logical. So I feel like logic will override whatever feelings, whatever emotions, whatever that comes up. With the Ten of Swords, I feel like King of Swords, he's just gonna cut the head off the snake, you know? Something new is definitely beginning. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. Some of you have new love coming in. Ten of Wands underneath that, though. Some challenges that come with it. Queen of Swords. Now we have a queen. We just had the king at the bottom. Now we have the queen. Four of Swords is at the bottom. You might need to take a time out to just like ground, rest, breathe, clear your mind. This is now where we have that clarity and that knowingness of, oh yeah, all right, I did make the right decision. Seven of Pentacles, when we started with this card in the reverse, we're like, oh my God, is this the right path? Did I make the right call? Now she's like, yep, yes, indeed I did. Indeed I did. And now I feel at peace. Now I feel calm. Now I feel in control. I feel, oh, I can finally breathe. I feel safe. I feel secure. Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is now where you're able to settle down. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. Maybe there's something you got to get off your chest. Maybe there's something you need to express, communicate. But this feels like a supportive, grounding environment. Whether this is just what you're creating for yourself, this is who you're surrounding yourself with. But this feels like safety. So this is where you're prioritizing your well-being, your happiness, and what brings you pleasure and what brings you peace. So yeah, you could have ended something. You could have ended a relationship here. Maybe someone is questioning themselves or questioning their actions or why you chose to pull the plug. Maybe, right, going back to say less, maybe you are used to over explaining yourself, and the fact that you haven't, someone's like, oh my God, I can't pick up the card. Someone's confused and their mind is just like trying to put the pieces together, trying to understand this puzzle. They're someone's puzzled here. That's for some of you. Nine of Pentacles. And the Five at the bottom. So Nine of Pentacles is representing your stability. It represents your overall well-being, your confidence in yourself. It is a grounded, secure, trust. So yeah, it's like I see your energy is moving from like a little bit lost, limbo, where am I going? Shadow self trying to pull you in. And it's like, boom, back on track, back in alignment, back to feeling yourself. Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Wands. I feel like this is representing people or energies external from you that have a pull. This is what you're freeing yourself from. This is what you're clearing and cleansing from your energies. Queen of Swords, she's very good at detachment. Very good at detaching herself from anything that is just a bunch of bullshit. Simply put. If this is talking about like career or your business endeavors, I feel I'm hearing you're beating traffic. Okay, so you're getting ahead. You're getting ahead. You don't have to compete for the prize. You are the prize. Ooh, you are the prize. I know that's right. Okay. Okay, anything else? Nine of Pentacles. Oh, not Nine of Pentacles. Next is the Nine of Cups. Double nine. Wish fulfillment energy, but it does come with a cost. 10 of Wands. Okay, so something about your wish. It's going to take a lot of effort. 10 of Wands, the Devil, and Justice. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of consistency. The shadow side, right? There's the shadow self trying to pull you back in, trying to weigh you down, trying to, make those excuses, why you can't, why you shouldn't, why this isn't the right time. All that being said, Justice over here, you know how to flip the script and bring things into alignment, bring things back into balance. It's going to be a little challenging. 10 of Wands and the Devil. There's someone that you may be connected to or dealing with, even just face to face. And it's like, for some, it's like there's no escape. But there is. High Priestess in the reverse with the Four Pentacles. Something's being unveiled. A mask someone's been wearing, or purposely like a facade someone's been putting on, is slipping. This is a balancing of the scales. This was a long time coming. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Capricorn. Cardinal energy. I feel like this is where you're finally winning, making like a massive achievement, and those who have wronged you or made your life more challenging, more stressful, they're like watching you win while they're having to sit with themselves and their actions and the pain that they cause or the suffering that they've caused. Justice to the devil, whatever happened that was unfair, where you were taken advantage of, stolen from, lied to, where there was deceit. There's some sort of balancing of the scales. There's some sort of justice being brought to a situation, something that you've been wanting or hoping for. That's something that is happening this month that you could be finding out about. Okay. All right. 8 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 5 of Wands. There's an opportunity to level up your entire life. Your relationships, your career, your personal goals. Big chance, not a big chance. Hold on. There's a chance where there could be those old energies, old people, old mindsets, all that shit. The shadow self and also shadow people, right? Trying to pull you back in. 8 of Wands and the Hierophant. This is where you're flying forwards, you're thriving, you're flying, you're going high, and you're just in the clouds. And then all of a sudden we go from that smooth sailing energy to then the 5 of Wands, where there's now some kind of hiccup. There's this stutter. There's this challenge where people trying to challenge you. This is now where you're being tested, okay? You have a new cycle beginning. Oh, it's interesting. As I try to set these cards down on the table, 8 of Wands flipped itself in the reverse. This is where you need to say no. This is where you need to pull back your energy. Okay, so the Fool, the 4 of Swords, and the Tower. This is at the bottom. So with this new beginning, with this new chapter, there's a little bit of a test. Nothing too crazy, but enough to kind of shake you up a little bit, or enough to get like stirring the pot a little bit. This is disrupting your familiar, I would say. Oh, sorry, my finger is itchy. Disrupting your familiar lifestyle or your routine or whatever that is like comfortable for you. 4 Swords to the Tower. Now, maybe this is an epiphany that you're having and it's like a wake up call and you're just like, oh, holy shit, like I'm changing my life overnight, just like that. This could be rejection. This is some sort of redirection. Like the Tower comes in, when the Tower comes up in a reading, it's because something needs to change and it does require a foundational shift because this isn't able to support you or sustain you for where your soul is destined to go and grow in this experience. So Tower is here to help you adapt. And the best thing you can do during this time is to surrender and to let go. So, some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, an Aries, a Taurus, but yeah, it's like breakthroughs, a little bit of some tests, a little bit of some challenges, some things that you're walking away from, some endings you could be going through, detachment, independence, freedom, fulfillment. There's a lot of stuff taking place. Oh my goodness. And your birthday is just around the corner, which happy birthday if your birthday is in June. I wish you guys such a beautiful time. Happy New Year. I'm a Cancer too. Shout out to my birthday twins. July 13th. What's up? Where are my birthday twins at? But yeah, okay, let's clarify some of this. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles reverse for Cancer. King of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So you're out. Something's ended. Something's over. Something's finished. Or you're in the process of walking away. Something is truly done, over, dead. It's never to be brought back to life. Like this is truly the final nail in the coffin. And yet you're questioning, is this really the end? Or yeah, like that might be a big question for some of you. Is this truly finished? Is this truly behind me? Is this truly gone? What else could you be? Look, Five of Wands. Are you just resisting this ending or clinging on because of whatever reason? Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Some of you secretly hope that this isn't the end. Right? Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Some of you are secretly hoping to be fought for. If this is about a relationship, you're hoping like, oh, they're gonna fight for me, or maybe they'll change their mind. Hangman. Maybe they feel guilty. Ten of Wands. Six of Pentacles, they want to make things right. But the King of Swords and the Ten of Swords, this is where it's like, all right, I see it for what it is. I see the truth in this ending. I see this had to be gone. Like, I see that there's no turning back. What's done is done. Anything else about the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse? Queen of Wands trying to flip out. Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's just kind of like this, when the Seven of Pentacles came out with the Six of Swords at the bottom, it's kind of the same thing with this Eight of Wands being like, okay, your whole world is opening up. Your whole life is expanding. Of course, it's normal to question like what's next. Oh, look at what's next. Ace of Pentacles over here. Nine of Pentacles, double confirmation sticking out. There's that Five of Wands sticking out, kind of resisting this change, right? That's the good old shadow self trying to distract you, trying to get you back into the cocoon. But you're a butterfly. You're meant to fly. You're meant to spread your wings, you know? You don't have to make it so complicated, but your mind is, or even other people are trying to overcomplicate things for you and confuse the fuck out of you. But I'm seeing this ending sets you free. This ending sets you free. So let's take a look into this King of Pentacles. Your main focus right now, your main focus during this time could definitely be in regards to your career, making money, your investments, your home, your health. King of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Happy home, happy life. All the good stuff. Tending to your garden. Literally, you may have a garden. We have the Chariot. Some of you might actually be moving. Traveling. Oh, I'm getting like someone that is like traveling, like you have like an RV or like a camper. Like, I'm seeing like a house on wheels for some of you. Maybe that's something you're manifesting, or where you get to travel and go all across the country or explore. I'm feeling like an exploring energy for some of you. Anything else about this King of Pentacles? Things are going to get very busy for you. Like, very busy, especially as we get closer to your birthday. Things are going to get hella busy. And we have Judgment over here. Spirit's saying, watch your step and slow down. And I got to be honest, I even saying that for myself because I stubbed my toe twice, yesterday and today. I need to slow the fuck down too. Mercury retrograde just around the corner, which will be in your sign, by the way. Y'all watch your step, okay? Things are going to get interesting. Things are becoming so beautiful and so luscious and so, like, you're entering your blooming season. And you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna be super busy bee. With Judgment coming up, this is reviewing of something from your past or multiple things from your past. Maybe things that you've been trying to run away from, or maybe it's the things that you were clinging on to. Some of you are struggling with letting go, right? Accepting an ending. But I'm seeing here, Spirit is kind of giving you a little bit of a, a bit of a heads up. And as I'm looking at the bottom, we have the Hermit, and in this deck specifically, there is a snake on the ground, and he's shining a light on the snake. Like, watch out, watch your step, slow down so you don't trip over the snake and fall off the edge, fall off this cliff. All right, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. I'm seeing you succeeding, flourishing, reaching a lot of success, a lot of recognition. And you may also have a lot of love, opportunities for love, opportunities to get back out there or to be seen, to be recognized in your business. If you have a business, online presence, some sort, come out of your cave, put yourself out there, put your talents, your work out there. Okay. 10 of Swords. Let's take a look at what's ending, what you could be leaving behind. Ten of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. So some of you, this is a mutual agreement, a mutual ending. Five of Cups. And the King of Pentacles coming out twice. King of Pentacles, what was that again? It was the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and Judgment. Okay. So this would be focusing on what you've gained rather than focusing on what was lost. So yeah, something is over, something is finished. It could be about a relationship. It could be about like a living situation or somebody here that you built your life with. We have the Lovers at the bottom. We have Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here that you clearly were committed to, but you had to make a decision to walk away. And again, Six of Pentacles, this was what was fair. This is what was deserved. This action of like walking away, pulling the plug. Five of Cups, obviously there's a lot of heartbreak that comes with this, disappointment that comes with this. This just like, it's tough, right? And the King of Pentacles is where you're having to remain strong and grounded and very much rooted in reality and having to support yourself during these times of change, during this look at this Lovers, Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. You're so used to giving, right? Cancer, you guys are extremely giving, very nurturing, very understanding, compassionate, patient. And it's like here with the Four of Pentacles to the Lovers, I'm seeing you're having to reserve or hold back. The next card is the Queen of Swords. So this is where we're detaching and being logical here. So you're having to go from super warm and nourishing and healing and uplifting. And you still are that, but regarding this situation, you can't keep giving yourself to it anymore. Oh, and I'm just noticing this King of Pentacles to the Five of Cups. Someone is very upset. Oh, you could be giving someone a little bit of a taste of what they put you through. For some, that's something I'm seeing here. Bit of a karmic situation. Queen of Swords. For Cancer. Sorry. Hair, my face, move. Okay. Queen of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That's what we were just saying. Having to really withdraw, be selfish for once. You know, sometimes we see this Queen of Pentacles as someone who's very self-centered. She's very stingy when it comes to her money, when it comes to her love, when it comes to her time, her energy. But in this case, it's like you're kind of forced into this position where you have to give more to yourself and less to others, or, you know, High Priestess at the bottom being very secretive, mysterious, holding back. Oh, what's this card? The Knight of Swords. With the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I do see that there is something, most likely it's a person, let's be real, someone coming around, but they do have ulterior motives, or what they're saying to you, what they're showing you, there's a whole lot more that they're keeping hidden. and it's like they're trying to pull you out of this character that you're in, or this what you're embodying, which you're very like logical, strategizing. You are just very cutthroat, dry, not very giving, very much like stern with like yourself and your boundaries and rules, like very regulated. And so we have this Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, which is representing someone that is unpredictable, and you know there's a bit of a mind game here, or a bit of a, they see this as a, yeah, like a game, a little bit of a game to see if they can push your buttons or get some sort of reaction. And this is what you need to be aware of, right? Look at here, we have the Hermit back here with the snake at the bottom. Remember, I was like, watch your step, like be cautious, like look out, right? That's what we saw with the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and the Judgment. I think that was where we had the Hermit being like, yeah, you know, there might be something being brought back up or revived from your past, or loose ends, unfinished business. And Spirit's kind of giving you a little bit of warning, be like, yo, watch your step, heads up, look out, be careful of this, be cautious of this, stay grounded, stay rooted, you know? So Hermit, Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups, yeah. Good old Mercury retrograde, doing your thing, do your thing. Mercury retrograde, do your thing. Like literally this is opening up a can of worms, which is like expired can of worms. Expired, ew, worms, ew. Although, you know, they're good for the garden, fertilize the ground, feed the little birdies. But like this feels, yeah, it's like opening something expired. It's expired. And, well, gotta clean it up. Maybe this is secretly what you were hoping for, Nine of Cups. Maybe you were secretly wishing for this. Hey, no judgment here, Nine of Cups, right? But, so Hermit, Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You do have the past resurfacing in some way, shape, or form. What are you going to do about this? Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. What you going to do about this, huh? Going back to the Oracle cards, say less. Say less. All right, Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. I think at the end of the day, you got to choose yourself here. 10 of Wands and the King of Cups coming out here. Fool reversed. This fell on Judgment, and it's the Knight of Cups. You do have a past lover, past flame, trying to show up back in your reality, or someone that you're emotionally connected to, if it's not a lover. But Fool reversed, y'all. I don't see you jumping into this. I don't really see you giving much into this. It's taking a lot for you to not jump off this cliff, but I think with the Ten of Wands, there's something that's weighing you down. Or it's like the emotional reminder of the Ten of Cups, or not Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands and the King of Cups. Emotionally, you feel very heavy or like weighted when it comes to this situation. It doesn't feel very free. And remember, we had the Freedom card, right, where you're light as a feather. This is not that. Okay, so this is actually where you're having to set yourself free emotionally, and by not giving this a chance. Or this is, I'm kind of getting lost. I'm getting a little bit lost here. Don't mind me. The Nine of Swords at the bottom. So that's why I'm feeling this energy, because this is how you're feeling. Nine of Swords. You're feeling a little bit like, oh my God, emotionally like heavy, all these different thoughts, all these different perspectives, these questions. That's where we have the Fool in reverse, where there's like the hesitation. There's a questioning of, am I on the right path? Did I make the right choice? Should I be doing this? Maybe I shouldn't. There's like a doubtful energy in there, which we started with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Swords, the Hangman, the Two of Swords, because you chose a different path, because you chose the unfamiliar, because you chose to approach this from a completely different angle than what is normal. You know, your shadow self is shifting. So are you, what we were saying before. It just feels foreign to you. Anyways, Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands. You get your wish, but it comes... Didn't that come through as well when this first came out? The Nine of Cups. I was like, it's going to come with a lot of effort, or it won't be so simple. It won't be so easy, or it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. We have that coming out again. But things that you want in life are worth the effort. The Nine of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands. Again, even when it comes to your own freedom, when it comes to your own peace and independence, you're going to have to make some sacrifices, do some things you have to let go of or clear out of your life. It's not going to be so simple. It might bring up some emotions, but overall, Nine of Cups, King of Cups is so that you can thrive and live your best life. So you can truly feel at peace and feel harmony and be happy. Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups is where you're feeling secure in yourself, grounded in yourself, nervous system under control, like you're feeling neutralized, like grounded, all that stuff. Where did this Fool in Reverse with the Nine of Cups? This is maybe where you're talking yourself out of making a change or taking on a new experience because of whatever you went through. This is maybe where you have that new... Are we blurry? I forgot to turn my autofocus off. I just realized. Yeah, I did. It's too late. We're like 36 minutes. I gotta go soon. This is where you're talking yourself out of something that you secretly desire. Fool Reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. This is where you are capable, but you're questioning, like, am I really? Or like, am I as good as others tell me I am? Or this is where you're questioning even your own thoughts. Even if they're positive, you're like, is that true? Yes, the fuck it is. The Fool in the Reverse can maybe just talk about delays, but I feel like this is more of like a doubt or maybe lack of confidence, lack of experience, or just like second guessing energy. That's what I feel mostly from that. So you're going to have to kind of push through. That's the biggest challenge here. That's the biggest challenge. And most of this is just like a mental, emotional challenge that you have to push through, persevere. But you got this, right? That's all. Eight of Wands, the Hierophant to the Five of Wands. You're going to fly forwards. Here you are, the butterfly, spreading your wings, learn to fly. Five of Wands, here's the challenge. Let's take a look at the challenge. Five of Wands. Maybe you're having some misunderstandings with your partner. If you're in a relationship, you're married, or in a deep commitment, you and this person may be bashing heads or misunderstanding one another. Miscommunication might be a thing, so look out for that. What's the challenge? Page of Cups. Yeah, communication might be the challenge here. When to say, when to speak, when to say less, right? The say less card. Sometimes it's better to say nothing at all. Five of Wands. What's the challenge here? Temperance. One more. Four of Cups. And then we had these two cards come out, and that fell out on the Seven of Pentacles reverse and the King of Pentacles. It is the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, this is now where there's an opportunity coming on up for you to react or respond differently than how you would have, or how your old self would have, your old shadow would have, right? The opportunity is here for you to really ascend, for you to really rise above and beyond. And it could feel a little bit challenging at first, but it does relieve you. And it's like opening this door that is so expansive and healing and uplifting. And like, look at this Ten of Pentacles. There's so much rewards that come with this new approach, this new mindset, or the way that you communicate, or how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others. It's going to directly influence your relationships. It's going to directly influence your career, how you make your money. Like, I feel all of this is connected in some way. All of this is like, it feels very kind of scattered for me as I'm trying to channel. I've forgotten like half this reading, but I do feel like a lot of what you're going through on an emotional and spiritual level is bringing such a significant shift in your entire life and your surroundings. Four of Wands, Two of Swords, Two of Cups, and a lot of decisions to make that greatly will affect your future and the relationships you have, what you experience in these environments, in your commitments, and the fate between you and your partner. Like, there's, like, you guys got some big choices to make, and whether or not you want to settle down in this, or if you want to continue to expand the horizons. Be ambitious, King of Wands. I don't know. What is this reading about? We had like the past come up. We got, what is going on? That's what I'm going to call this reading. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, like truly, I don't recall what the fuck I said in this entire reading. Channel mode. Okay. Well, happy birthday. I love you. Let me know how it resonates. Come back to this later on if you need to. And I will see you later, Cancer. Stay blessed. Take care.